All right, so on this one, we have our files nice and organized. We have everything within these architectures in one system, and I got rid of all the extra other junk that we do not need. I just have my previous revisions just in case I screw something up still, and the bare minimum, so text files and your model mesh. Let us prepare our next body, and that's going to be our TDA base. Let's check out what's in here, if we need to get rid of anything or it's gonna be ready. All right, so this one already has a head, and we have our head. We don't want a head. Let's get rid of the head. Pretty much we're gonna do the exact same thing. That said, we're gonna be USB crude and straight to the point. Where is it over there? All right, here it is. So we want to keep everything just the body. So most of this is going to be in nails from underwear. All right. So everything else, it's not part of the body. It goes away. Delete body parts. Yes. And so we only have our body. We can do the exact same thing as we did before. Let's save our template base. Let's call this one just basic base 01. All right. Still have other unwanted items that are gonna give us conflicts if we do not get rid of them. And that's gonna be all the extra bones in the face. So select the bone tab and select that one, and go about deleting all of them. Oh, just remember one thing, I forgot to mention this one before. There's hidden bones. And most likely my other save also has them. You also want to get rid of those. All those floating extra points in space. Alright, so now you have the neck and the head bone in the same spot. Just as the neck, and it's going to be the head controlling bone. Rigid bodies. It's perfect. There's no rigid bodies in the face. And joints, and there's no joints in the face, which makes this one finish. Let's save as, and let's call this one 02, and let's check out whether or not it actually works on MMD. Seems to be working well. Let's throw in a motion, just test out the body. check for any glitches. No glitches. We are good. Don't need that one. Minimize that one. So let's say we drop this one in the beginning, and now we're gonna go and find our head model. But beforehand, let's grab this one. Let's create a copy. So here we're gonna copy, right? And let's go to our head, and we're gonna copy. Let me spell that one. Oh shit! All my files are gonna be. Damn it. Well, that's. Make sure you have. You can actually spell. Because if I change that name now, all my textures are gonna break, and I have to redo what we did in the previous thing. So I'm just gonna leave it as is. Copy that one. Select those two. Copy. Go to our head, and this is why we did the textures in one file, so we can easily move into one location to another one. From here, we're gonna grab this one, drop it. If you were to say new, you were going to open, and this is what I mean by all those extra little bones. Let me get rid of those. That way we have a nice clean model. So let's say save as. Let's call this one 3, and this will be our clean model. Okay, so that's this one. Let's drop this one. There you go. No extra bones. So okay, so back to where we were. If we were to drop in a model and select new, it replaces whatever you have here, and on your only be able to see that one. We want to add the new model and attach it to this model, and that's by dropping it and pressing add. You make sure these modifiers are select these check marks. So anything with the same name, anything with the same position, and anything that's going to be there, it's going to merge it and make any duplicates. If you do not have those things, you're going to have double bones and double everything. Select yes, and this is one of the issues we have if the models are of different proportional sizes. Here we have a floating head. However, if we were to save this one, I believe everything should work perfectly fine except for the floating head. Let's save as, and let's call this one Luca. If I can actually spell right. Luca 01. Let's open up PMX, MMD. Grab this one, drop it in here. Oops. Not that one. Why does it keep on the opposite? This one. There we go. Just throw me on the motion, relative should work almost fine. Except for big floating head. So let's fix that issue. Let's go PMX. So we can do that two ways. We can select everything that's part of the head and just nudge it down. But if you do that, you have a tendency to break things. You grab your movement tool, and if you grab only certain parts and then let go, you forgot, and so you move those, you grab those, and now you move those, and now you have a mess, right? And you can grab things like that, and you just end up breaking the model. For some reason it's double arms. This thing have more items. Oh god, it has different things in it still. Why does that thing has Alright, so this model is not entirely finished. That's what I get for not actually knowing how to read Japanese. Alright, so let's use verdicts. Looks like it's gonna be somewhere over here. Okay, there's something there. So troubleshooting. Select all. Okay, so we still have something down there. That one. Grab that and erase. Select all. And still some items down there. Let's check until it goes away. So it's that one. unnecessary. Select everything. And let's erase. Alright, so back to square one. This is what I should have been at the beginning. Let's go to 4. Alright, so let us go about grabbing our base, which is this one. And let's just keep the beige mesh. So we're gonna be keeping this. And do we need? No, I can actually get rid of those. Let's keep the bare minimum. So we need that. So here we just have the bare minimum of the outline of the body. And this little template that we're going to be doing now is going to help you place clothing and items to your model as you feel fit without screwing up your locations. Use a little shortcut. So you grab your model, get rid of everything that's unnecessary. That's including bones. Select every single bone and press delete. There's nothing there. Rigid bodies, you also don't need any single one of those. Delete them. Joints, and there's any joints, delete them. So now you have just the basic mesh. Do not overwrite your crane file. Make sure, let's call this one TDA base. Let's call this one dummy template. So in our dummy template is going to be our locational base. So here's a dummy plane. There's nothing in it. Bounce, there's nothing here. So everything's just skin. We're gonna grab our floating head. We're gonna add it, and we have this. Now we can easily locate this to our head. Now unselect our body and make sure you have everything selected. We're gonna open up our transform view, which is this window over here. This one, we move it up here so it doesn't get in the way. So this one we can preview our location. So we're gonna be dropping the head down there. So select everything, select your movement. This is your scale. I like to have this one at 02 and 02. Let's make sure they don't quite move. So C is going to move it forward and back, Y up and forth, X is going to move it left to right. Come out. There we go. So we want to move it up and down. again, select everything, make sure everything's selected, and go left just a little bit, and this only updates after you click it. So look around, we still need more. Make sure you grab it again, make sure you grab everything again, and move it a little bit more, select, and almost. Okay, so that's pretty much in the right location, except that the head's too big. At this point, what we were going to be wanting to do is grab it again and using the scale value. Here you might want to zoom in so you can actually see little hints. Go left and decreases it on Z-axis as well, and Y-axis. So all three axes. There we go, and apparently I went too much. Control C to undo. Okay. So let's do 3 times. Let's do this again. Yes, not so much. There, there, and there. This is a tiny little bit on our X value. Select everything. And now our neck has a pretty much even blending. Zoom out. Does that look about right? That looks very right to me. Close our transform view. We don't need it anymore. Close that one. You don't need that one. Don't need that one. Actually, we do. Select everything the opposite. Select that. And now you don't need this anymore. So you just erase it. And you're back with your head. Grab your little guy and save as, and this is gonna be Luca. Let's call this Luca head for TDA base body. Control save, and now you have made a template. So every time you want to do any modifications to the body, all you have to do is drop in this head. So let's do that now. This is what I mean. Grab this one. You have your TDA head. You drop it, you make sure you add, everything's placed in, and the head is now at the right location. From this point, all you have to do is make sure you grab your texture editor with Photoshop, GIMP, or whatnot, and make sure you have the same blending for the skin. Right now we have 2 different skin values. I'm just gonna make it slightly odd. But we are done. Control, save. And let's call this one Luca TDA body finish model. Edit. Now all we have to do is make sure that we do not have this ugly mess. Grab our new body. Let's move it to the side. Actually, let's move the other one. Move it over there. Grabbing the same motion. Cancel. Grab the select model. And let's see if we did actually broke anything. Everything seems to work fine. There's no glitches or nothing significant that's popping out. Now, all you have to do is edit this base body, add whatever you like to it, new clothing, new styles, whatever, whatnot. And all you have to do is grab your pre-made different character set, and now you have a new clothing set. This way you don't have to do individual edits to all your models. You only have to do it to your base model. Make sure everything works fine here, and then move on to adding your different character shapes. And now you have different clothing for all your characters. So this is how you do head swap the lawn in very convoluted way, but overall very efficient for the long run. This is all right. Have a good one.